Okay, I'd mentioned on number 5 that I'd go to a computer to do that. And, the bottom line, looking back over the question, we did it at the whiteboard, kind of yammered on about it. Find an interval of length 0.1 containing the root of the equation. And there's a variety of answers over here. So what I want to do is just, what I did before, reset. I'm going to define a variable x, and then going to assign f of x a function, and that function is going to define x to the 7th. Whoops, sorry about that. I didn't assign it, did I? So x to the 7th plus 6x. Now 6x is 6 star x, and then minus 10. All right? And then I said, if you want to find an interval length 1, I said you could start fishing around for it. Before I do that, though, I want to plot it, plot, and I want to plot f of x. Let me do that for you. And I see that, but I'm not really seeing where the root is. So what I want to do is just go back over here. I'm going to close this window out now. That's not the graph I wanted. And it's going to happen to when you use a computer operating system. You may not get what you want. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say x min. What's the x min on that thing? Well, I'm looking at 1. And what's the x max? The x max appears to be 2. I'm going to graph it out now and hope I get a better picture. I made a mistake, and I see my mistake. I put 2 parentheses in there, so I'll cover that out. I get this, and I'm seeing an interval over here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to update it again, and I'm going to put this down for you. And I'm going to do the max at 1.2 now. And I get a better picture. And someone says, what are you seeing over there? I could even sandwich that just looking at it. And I'm going to do that now. I'm going to change my my x min now to 1.15. And this technology is pretty nice to use. And I'm getting something over there, and I'm noticing something right away. And someone says, what are you noticing about this over here? I'm noticing the root over here. If you look at it, and again, it might be difficult to do, but I just got to get a length of interval of length 0.1. So let me just go back what I chose, and I want to make sure you know what I'm doing over here. I'm going to pull this over. And I want between 1.16. Let me do that for you. F of 1.16. I'll go back to the picture momentarily. And that turned out to be a negative number. And then someone says an interval of length 0.1. Let me go back to the picture, though, why I chose 1.16. All right, I'm seeing that number over there. All right? Now, someone says I could get a better number than that. You could. I'm not saying you can't. That's the number I chose. Definitely a negative number. Do I know it's negative? I'm looking at it's negative. And then someone says, 0.1. And then someone says, well, you're really going out of bound here. But if I'm going to do 0.1, what's the upper limit going to be? Let's write this down for you. It's going to be f of, well, let me write this down. If I'm doing 0.1, an interval length 0.1, it's going to be 2.6 then. That should be a positive number. It's a positive number. I notice we're between that. Looking at my picture, though, the root's somewhere around 1.17, somewhere around that, all right? We found the interval of length 0.1. Could you have found a different one? You could have found an infinite number of intervals of length 1 that contain that root, by the way. Find an easy one. Thank you.